to be a get ready with me. I'm just gonna throw on some makeup with you guys and chat a little bit. I wanted to just dive into like some things that I haven't used in a little while, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I already primed my eyes with my Colourpop primer, and I just went in with my Dewdrop lip oil, and then I just went in with my Pretty Fresh powder to set my eyes. I'm still getting over this cold. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I just need to get out of this house and see my boyfriend, so that's what I'm going to do. I really haven't been doing much this week at all. I've just been trying to get better. So I'm going to put some makeup on, because makeup always makes me feel better. I like wearing it every day still. I know you probably shouldn't do that when you're sick, but I really don't care. So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to jump into the Colourpop Winnie the Pooh Sweet As Can Be palette. I just keep on like whipping out some spring palettes that I'm just looking at that I want to use. Like I've displayed some spring palettes on my bookcase that I want to jump into again, and this is definitely one of them. So I only really whipped this palette out in the spring, and I didn't have this palette last spring, so I want to use it for this spring. How many times can I say spring? We're going to keep count. So I'm probably just going to do a pretty neutral look today. Probably just going to use the yellow and then like deepen it up with this one and put this one on the outer corner. So that's what I'm going to do. But I do really want to use that yellow. So I'm going to jump into the shade Think, Think, Think. And I actually remember that I liked this palette. But again, I haven't used it in quite a long time, so I want to jump back into it again and see how I like it. So it's a really pretty like tone of yellow, and it's a very pigmented, like almost marigold kind of yellow. It's so nice. And I always use my limoncello brushes from the limoncello collection, which I do want to jump into that palette at some point too. I've been using a lot of my newer palettes, and for me, I get like bored if I use the same palette too much, but the palettes that I've been using, I've been absolutely loving, but I've been using them like all week. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that in my crease. So how are you guys doing? I ended up with a cold again because my brother came home with a cold and then just gave it to everyone, and he's just so bad about washing his hands that just messed up my whole week. So he's not really one to think about how germs work, so he's that type of person. So yeah, and now my mom and my dad both have the cold too. Like I'm on day 5, so I am starting to feel better, but actually, yeah, this is day 5. I've been sick since Monday. Because I didn't sleep Sunday into Monday, and then I took NyQuil Tuesday night and Wednesday night. But I didn't sleep last night. So yeah, there's that too. Alright, I need a cough drop already. Okay, so now I'm going to throw that Smackaroo shade on. I'm not going to talk too much, honestly. Maybe I'll just make this a voiceover, who knows. Yeah, my cough has been getting worse today and yesterday, probably because like I have a lot of nasal dripping because I'm getting better. So I didn't really have a cough the first 2 days, and then of course I end up developing a cough. So that's just a light wash of brown. So pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to take that Best Friend shade, which is the deepest brown, and I'm going to put that on the outer corners. Looks so pretty. I'm so happy I used this palette. And these two browns have like that shimmer to them, but I really like that formula from Colourpop. These ones are very glittery though. Like these ones are actually infused into the shadows. They're not just an overspray. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you're not dying like I am. But I have avoided taking Advil the past 3 days, so. But yeah, I've been taking NyQuil almost every night, but I couldn't fall asleep last night. I don't know why. I'm just going to throw on some glitter primer. Okay, and then my volume wasn't really up that much. For the lid shade, I'm going to use the shade Honey Tree. I mean, I could use any one of these shades and they would be beautiful, but this color is so pretty. And I don't think I used this one as much as the other one, but it's such a pretty, like, minty, like, goldish green, and it goes so nicely with this shirt, so. Oh my god. That's so nice. These shimmers in here are shimmers. These shimmers, I said shimmers. These shimmers are so smooth and like almost velvety in texture, but they're so freaking stunning. I love this little palette. And I haven't used Colourpop in a little while, so I was like, I really want to use my Colourpop shadows again. Because I don't think I've used Colourpop like this whole week. Because I've been testing out the Cosmic Brushes palette, the new Nomad Royal Europe palette, and the, I threw on the Glaminatrix palette yesterday. So I'm like, I want to go back into my Colourpop shadows. Because I get withdrawals if I don't. Because I really love their formula. Obviously. Excuse me. My god, excuse me. Sometimes you can get a little, like, gassy from the cough drops if you have them too much, so. Sorry if that's TMI, but I don't care. That's really pretty. Oh my god. Just these tones work so well with the mattes in here. Like, the shimmer has so much more depth in person. It's like a goldeny green on your eyes, and it's so beautiful. You can see it when you kind of, like, reflect it in the light. It's so pretty. Guys, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a brow bone highlight, and then we'll come back and do the face. Okay, so now I'm just going to prime. And now I know what I actually want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about the Sephora VIB sale and what I'm potentially thinking about picking up. I'm really not going to go ham this time. I know I say that every single time and then I end up with way more than I think I'm going to get, but honestly, like, there really isn't too many things that I want to get this time. I've been trying to look at Sephora to see if there's anything I'm, like, really interested in, and honestly, like, there's only, like, a couple of things. I do want to try a new foundation, though, but for today, I'm going to use my Tower 28 one. I believe I got this one, I think in 2021 for the VIB sale, and I love this. This is like my most reached for tinted moisturizer this past year besides the NYX one. I've been so into both of them. This one I want to use up. I mean, I probably am more than halfway through in this one, but it's such a perfect tinted moisturizer. I love this. It's so hydrating and it just glides on the skin amazingly, and it gives me such a beautiful glow, and it just, again, looks so hydrating. It's not as much coverage as the Urban Decay one. I love the Urban Decay one, but that one definitely has more coverage. But every time I wear the Urban Decay one, I always get so many compliments on that one because that one really does look amazing. And I'm using my the silicone sponge from Colourpop. I haven't used this one in a hot minute, so. And this is like the newer one, because I did pick up a new set. So there's only like a couple of things that I want to try. I definitely want to try the Pat McGrath new bronzer. I mean, me like any other Pat McGrath fan, I'm not like a hardcore Pat McGrath fan, but I have tried mostly a lot of her products in her line besides her actually I've tried like mostly everything besides her primer. I've tried pretty much everything that she has to offer, and I pretty much love everything. Like, she's a solid makeup brand, and her products are beautiful. So I really want to try the bronzer because everybody has been patiently awaiting for her to release bronzers, so I'm really excited for that. I'm definitely going to be getting one of those. I'm hoping they won't sell out by the time of the sale. They just actually hit Sephora's website today. They were released like a couple of days later. They usually do that. With Sephora or Ulta releases, it's usually always released on, like any brand is always released on their website first before it hits like Sephora or Ulta stores or Sephora or Ulta's website. What else was I gonna say? But also Sephora has been carrying limited shade selections in certain things now. And I think that's a way for, I don't think it's Sephora that's doing that specifically, or maybe Sephora only wants to carry certain shades of something that they know are going to sell the most, or maybe that's up to the brand. I'm not really sure, but they only have like, I think 6 of the shades available out of the 8 shades that are offered in the range that she came out with. So I just find that very odd. And also, like, with the House Labs blushes, some people were claiming that, which I'm not going to get any more of those. I don't think I'm going to get, the only blush I would be remotely interested in getting during the sale is if the Giorgio Armani powder blushes drop. I do want to get one of those. But they like teased them on Trendmood like last month, and we still don't have a release date yet on when they're coming out. I guarantee they're probably coming out. Well, I can't say guarantee, but I have a feeling they're probably going to come out when the Sephora sale starts, because a lot of brands do that. But yeah, I'm not really looking to pick up too much stuff. Like Selena Gomez usually always releases something for her line during the Sephora sale, which I'll get into in a minute. But with the House Labs blushes, they only like had certain ones on display in the front, and then you would have to go to like the actual which I think that's like a marketing thing where like you have to go into the store in order to find the shade that you really want. You have to go to the display. I just used my Milani concealer, by the way. Love that concealer. And then I'm going to use my Rare Beauty powder. I still love this powder. I use it so much. So like they didn't have like all the shades displayed like in the front of the store. You had to go to like to the House Labs stand or wherever it is in the store to get your shade. And that's what I did. But Morgan Turner said in her video that she had to order the Hibiscus Haze, and she said her Sephora only had these 3 shades. I don't know if she actually went to the display. She didn't say that she did, but I would think as a makeup reviewer she would do that, but whatever. So yeah, I definitely want to get one of the Pat McGrath bronzers. And then I also want to get one of the new Rare Beauty lip oils. I don't really want to get any other lip products besides one of the Makeup by Mario lipsticks. I know I've heard like mixed reviews about those, but for some reason Makeup by Mario draws me in whenever the Sephora sale rolls around. I just use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder to set my face. And then I'm just going back in with the Do It spray just to add some hydration. And then I'm going to go back into the palette. I'm just going to throw on an inner corner highlight. I'm not doing anything on the lower lash line. I can't be bothered. I'm just going to throw on Make Believe on the inner corners. So, yeah, so I want to try one of those Rare Beauty lip oils. I've been hearing like mixed reviews about those as well, but I'm still curious. Rare Beauty also gets me intrigued when she releases a new product. And since those highlighters are some of my favorites I've ever tried from Sephora in general, I am interested in those lip oils. But again, I've been looking at reviews of them and I've been seeing mixed things, but I want to try at least one. And then for Makeup by Mario, I want to try one of the lipsticks, even though Morgan Turner did, I don't know why I'm talking so loud. Even though Morgan Turner did review those, she said that they were pretty dry, but for some reason I'm still intrigued to try one of them. Like, I've always like been wanting to try one of them, but I keep on putting them back every time I'm in the store, and I was like, okay, I think I'm actually going to try one this time. And then I also really want to try, and this is the foundation I really want to try, because I always pick up a foundation during the sale. I want to get the Makeup by Mario foundation, because I have dry skin, and I've been hearing nothing but great things for people with dry skin. Okay, hold on, sorry. My boyfriend keeps on telling me things that I need, but I feel like he just wants me to go to the store and get stuff. He just said, okay, good. So I'm just going to reinforce that shimmer. And I just want to pack it on some more because it's so pretty. Oh, this look is so springy and I freaking love it. Oh, I'm so happy I whipped out this palette. It's just so cute and it just performs really, really nicely. And it's just like, it's a light spring look, but also like I feel like the shades have a little bit more depth to them. But it's still like a light look, but it has like the depth and dimension that I like too, but it's not like too dramatic. I don't know what it is. I just really like this palette. Okay, and then, so I really want to try the Makeup by Mario foundation. And also, I keep on being on and off about picking up a new tinted moisturizer. I don't think I've picked up one since the last spring sale, which was spring of 2022, because I just still have ones that I'm trying to use up from either last year or just, oh my god, if I can get my freaking liner out. I'm just going to use the brown liner from LA Girl. I'm getting a little hungry, actually. But I'm really interested in trying There's always so many complexion products I want to try. But I really want to try the Cali Ray skin tint, because the products that I've tried, I mean, I only have the mascara, and I love that mascara, but I kind of want to try a couple more products from Cali Ray during the sale. I want to get that tinted moisturizer, and I also want to get one of the new highlighters. But that's the only highlighter that I'm going to pick up. And then, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get the skin tint, though, just because there's two other ones that I'm interested in. One is the hold on, let me just do my lash. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Level Up mascara from Colourpop. I just went ahead and primed my lashes off camera. So there is one from Kathleen Lights that she always talks about as like being her holy grail skin tint, and that is the Beauty Blender one, like the dropper skin tint. It's kind of similar to like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea packaging, where it has like that dropper applicator. And to be honest, if I hadn't repurchased that Tarte Sea foundation, I would have gotten that Beauty Blender one. But the fact that I have two Tarte foundations that are super similar, because the C foundation, like the Hydroflex C foundation, I also really love. And y'all know how much I love Tarte's complexion products. They're beautiful. And I've raved about their C line like forever. Starting to get a tickle again. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to stop for a little bit because I was coughing again. So for my bronzer, I'm just going to use Alviva Beach by Colourpop. But I've actually been using my Milani Dolce bronzer again the past couple of days, and I love whipping that out in the spring. That's usually one of my favorite spring bronzers to use, and I love it. I almost have to stop myself from using it today, but I wanted to use this one today. Even though I use this like 3 or 4 times a week anyway, but just wanted to go back into it. It's my all-time favorite bronzer. I love this bronzer. What else? And I wasn't sure if I was going to try the Cali Ray one or that one, the Beauty Blender one, but there's also like another one on my list that would just be a repurchase that I'd much rather probably get anyway. And that would be the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I really do miss that one in my collection. And that was the only one I ended up using up out of all the skin tints that I have now. So I have at least like 6 or 7. That's the only one I ended up using up. Okay, so for my blush, I'm going to go into this little Georgia Peach one from Benefit. I just thought this would be such a pretty one today. So I'm just going to use that. It's pretty scented though, so I gotta be careful. And then like the only other thing that I wanted to get, okay, what is going on with this brush, is a concealer. And I know I always end up getting a concealer during the sale, but there were 2 that I was thinking about getting, but I might just try one of them. But one of them is like really inexpensive that I could try at like any time, and that is the LYS concealer. I think it's called a Triple Fix concealer. I haven't tried anything from LYS yet, but that would be like the one thing that I was intrigued on trying. So I'm not really sure. if I would get that during the sale or if I would just get that like later in the year to try, like maybe in the summertime. Because the other one I was thinking about getting over that one while I can get a discount on it would be the new Valentino one. Because y'all know how much I love the Valentino foundation. Okay, I'm trying to keep this away from me so I don't cough because it is scented. So it's taking like so long to build up for some reason. Oh my god, it keeps on fading on this side. Alright, that's it. I don't feel like applying anymore. It looks pretty though. Okay, and then for the highlighter, I had to go into one of the Winnie the Pooh ones to match the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to use the shade Silly Old Bear. These are so stunning, you guys. And this one I think I can just go in with my finger, and it has such a super smooth formula. So freaking pretty. Every time I wear these, I'm like, oh my god, like I want to wear them like all spring. I have the shade 100 Acre Wood too, and that one is also stunning. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So I'm not sure which one I would try. I would probably end up going with the Valentino one, though, just because I could get a discount on it. But I think that's it. Like, that's the only things that I was thinking about potentially buying. The only other thing I wanted to get, because I usually get these once a year anyway, is a replacement of my shampoo and conditioner. Like, that's actually something I need over something that I want. But guess what? Kiehl's doesn't carry barely any shampoos and conditioners at Sephora anymore. And I just found this out yesterday. So I actually ordered from the Kiehl's website yesterday. Because you get 15% off your first order. And I've never ordered off of Kiehl's before because I would always get the shampoo and conditioner off of Sephora, but since it's not available anymore, I'm like, okay, I'll just use the 15% off on the Kiehl's website. Okay, so I think that's good. So that's about it. I don't think there's anything else that I would talk about or that I was eyeing. I think that's a good amount anyway, and it's not like a ridiculous amount of stuff, because honestly I don't really want to get too much this time around anyway, because I have my drawers are so packed with makeup at this point that everything just fits perfectly at this point. Like there's not anything that's on top of anything. Everything fits perfectly right now. So it's like if I decide to get anything else, like I can fit foundations and concealers, like that's not a problem. But like I don't want to get more than one blush, more than one highlighter, so Okay, hold on. Okay, so now for the lips. What do I want to throw on? I don't want anything scented. I avoid scents when I'm sick because it just makes me cough. I was like, oh, I'll use a lip crayon, but I might just throw on this one again. I love this lip crayon. I've been using it so much. The Tower 28 one. I love that one. I think I just used that in my last video. No. I think I'm just going to throw on a gloss with a lip liner. That might be a bit lazy, but I always end up wiping off my lip liner, my lip products anyway when I see him. Because we're like eating and stuff, so I'm just going to throw on a lip gloss. I don't even know if I need a lip liner because this gloss is pretty pigmented. I just want to use the gloss from the Winnie the Pooh collection as well in the shade Wildflower Honey. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw this on. Okay, now I'm just going to throw the gloss on. I just needed to pee. And yeah, I think that's all I need. That is so pretty. Oh my god. I actually used this a ton last spring. And this is actually like my favorite Luxe lip gloss that I own because I'm not in love with this formula, but for some reason this one was better. I'm telling ya, for the ones for the... I think I ended up throwing the Mulan one out. I didn't even like that one, and the packaging was so busted that I was like, fuck this, and I just threw it out. But I still have the lipstick and the blush. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Sometimes you just want a nice gloss. But they do feel a bit Vaseline-y. I do prefer the newer formula. I love that formula. What is it called again? I already forgot. Okay. I think I'm just gonna use my finger for this. It already feels like sticky. I'm just gonna finish it off camera. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I just want to blot it a little bit. It feels a little weird. But I really like how it looks. It's just a light wash of color. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at SVW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. Let me know what your favorite spring palette is. Are you bringing out any of your older spring palettes? I just love this one. I believe this collection came out last spring, and it was just a perfect spring collection from Colourpop and Disney. I think the one for this year was the Snow White collection, which made perfect sense too. But this one's really good, and this one's a really well-curated color story. I just love this little palette, and the highlighter is amazing, and the lippy is so nice. And I'm glad I just threw on a gloss, because sometimes you just don't want to throw on a lipstick. Like, there really is no point. So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CPW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.